People need place for all their physical activities. Architecture's job here is creating and bordering those places according to the purpose of people and features of the physical activity. Aforesaid activities might be living, sleeping, working, resting, watching, or reading, or in today's world, consuming. Consumption culture, which has affected the economy, art, politics, science, didn't omit the architecture and turned it into a tool. Hence, while the focus was on the creation of place, it evolved into consumption of place, and architecture began to be a factor which makes consumption easier and faster. An architecture, which is now used as a marketing tactic, embodied under the name of fashion, and refunctioned with the fake needs, couldn't escape from being a slave of the consumer society. Marketing, as one of the main elements of consumption, started to use architecture as a final step after posters, magazines, radio, television, the internet, and the people. Iconic and sculptural architectural works became the advertisement itself for the objects of consumption. An object, brand, and place became one, which cannot be separated. Symbolic places identified with companies are turned into marketing strategy, which increases the value and preferability of the objects. Then, cities got dirty with the buildings, which are the same in terms of function, but trying to be different in appearance. One of the reasons why this objectivization in architecture occurs was lately increasing isms. Trend, which directly related with consumption, is included to architecture with those isms, and places became objects, which are wastable and needed to be in a state of flux. For instance, loft apartments that preferred because of their low rent became the new trend as a symbol of bohemian lifestyle with the help of marketing, and living units in that concept, designed by famous architectural firms, are started to be sold. Thanks to these firms, who have adapted to that new fashions, almost identical projects came into existence. With this objectivization, the architecture and its products are now offered to everyone, who are specialists or not, along with kids' products that have been circulating alongside ready-made projects, prefabricated multi-story houses, degraded serial production, same as products in brochures. When it comes to consumption and architecture, one of the most important places are the shopping malls, called cathedrals of consumption by Kominsky. Organization and supervision of manufacturing in the factories are provided in the consumption centers, shopping malls, and control has been taken over. In the self-sufficient urban and public places, which everything is included and people's getting their every needs, space setup is organized accordingly. In the shopping malls, there were streets, shops or cafes on the sides, playground, artificial plants, or artificial lakes to simulate the urban life. The purpose was snatching people away from the city but presenting anyone. With the constant temperature and stable level of light inside, people are detracted from the idea of time and space and lived in the utopia of consumption with the fake spring and fake daytime. The aim of that utopia, increasing the consumption, has of course been managed, and consumption madness went beyond the shopping malls. As Koulas mentioned, increase in the area of selling spaces in museums, airports having a look of a shopping mall, or old urban textures turning into consuming spaces for tourists are the proofs for consumerism and place relations. Baudrillard's comments on consumerist society can be read in today's architectural projects. According to him, in society that differences between real needs and fake needs are disappeared, an individual believes that buying products and displaying them is a social privilege. A need is a differentiation, rather than a need for a particular object. Architecture that considers these ideas about consumer society tries to market houses with adding other functions to it. Besides real needs, housing projects that equipped with many fake functions believed by people promise a social status which presented as a new necessity. And with this both places, individuals are included in consumption by the way of architecture. While the person thinks that he moves up with golf area, spa center, cafe, swimming pool, fitness center, and so on, in his living space, she or he can't get rid of being a slave to consumption that includes architecture to itself for its own purposes. As it is understood, consumption is a problem of identity. However, every identity that it might add to us can't go further being an illusion. And we, with our luxury buildings, try to survive till the end of the time as objects waiting for being consumed.